Creative placemaking looks at how people move from one place to another, from home to destination, and questions what that experience is like. Here in Leh, the influx of tourism has drastically changed our public spaces and how we move through them, and what we engage with between point A and point B. Globally, today's movements are very different from 50 years ago. They've become fast-paced and very urban, and often either neutral, not appealing, or even negative, dirty, unpleasant, and sometimes frightening. People feeling welcomed or attracted to an area is what creative placemaking is all about. And while many cities in India have recognized the value of creating attractive spaces in their urban areas, Leh lacks community spaces that welcome all ages, all kinds of people, and offer rich interactive experiences that reflect our culture and build the neighborhood economy. As people move from one place to another, you often want them to stop at your space, a park, a shop, a cafe, or a gallery. People actively using urban areas increases their sense of belonging to the community and builds the local economy, identity, or culture of the place. Many urban redesign spaces don't actually help the neighborhood. Large amounts of money are spent, a place is cleaned up and modernized, but people weren't given a good reason to stop and stay in an area while moving from one place to another. For example, a long row of shops offers nothing to the person who's hungry or the child who wants to play. Placemaking creates that reason to stop and stay. It reflects the culture of the place. It's interactive through music, arts, learning, socializing, or even quiet reflection. And it's welcoming to everyone, both those from the neighborhood and those who are just staying as tourists. An example is an outdoor food court built around an area where children can play, build, experiment, or just interact with each other while parents are socializing or learning or even just resting. Another example is community spaces that offer Fun Day Sundays with different sports, games, arts, storytelling, and lessons on gardening, carpentry, or even your taxes. Placemaking can also be about creating quiet, reflective spaces where a child or a stressed adult can find peace, comfort, or awe in the midst of a busy day. In Boyle Heights, USA, people reclaimed their neighborhood through the arts. Music, lending libraries, literacy programs brought people back to the town square. On one corner is a restaurant run by a different group of immigrants each month. People come to know the culture through food, even with video link-ups to the home country and information printed on food wrappers. Nights used to be unsafe, so they reclaimed it with music and dance and drama for all ages. The locals didn't run from their culture, they brought it back to life through the arts. Start India, Street plus Art, is doing much more than making cities beautiful. It's expanding tourism into local neighborhoods and bringing people back onto the streets. It's improving business in small local shops and offering young artists the most incredible display space. It's a place where people can speak their political voice, their artistic voice, their local cultural voice. Once run-down buildings get a coat of fresh art, not just paint, and pride in the neighborhood booms. Community art spaces also reflect our need to escape the stress of urban life with soothing, interactive, and reflective spaces that engage all our senses. They welcome us into calm and meditative moments, but also remind us that we can always make our own art to de-stress and rejuvenate. Community artists are also putting the A into STEM learning: science, technology, engineering, art, and math, creating living art that takes toxins out of urban waterways, helping children to engage in their EVS learning, and making nights outside magical again. The 1700 Seeds Project is taking blighted urban areas, teaching kids to grow their own food by first growing sunflowers. The seeds harvested are sent to 1,700 new urban areas each and every year. So would it be possible to do creative placemaking in Ladakh, where the top 3 tourist destinations are the Palace, the Hall of Fame, Shanti Stupa, and of course there's always Kardangla? Why not use the Zangsti parking area and the Pagir Cafe to create the first community art space in Ladakh? First, the parking area can be separated from the noisy street by weaving our own fence and of course creating a gate that welcomes children in. The fence can then be used to display artwork any day of the week. Local stones can transform one courtyard into a magical seating area with a big rock for the kids to climb on. Lots of little rocks can be used for painting and in treasure hunts for the kids. Just as in the Lodi Art District, the back wall can be used by local artists to create murals, and the murals can be changed month by month. Delhi isn't the only place that can transform its pavements into art. Sundays can be fun days with the pavement at Zangsti. One day each week, the parking lot can be transformed into a science space, a place for storytelling, a place for children's games. How about some Ladakhi music and dance and drama? And a space for children to learn about the local environment, wood carving, or weaving. By now, everybody's hungry. Local food stalls can offer some refreshment, local dried fruits, and a place for the artists to sell their wares. Let's revive this corner of Zangsti by giving children a true chance to engage in their local arts, tradition, and culture.